it's you. It's me. And I bet you're hungry. Hungry for content, that is. Why am I doing the Arthur fist? Anyways, we're just gonna get into it, baby. Sorry that I didn't post in like a week or so on here. I'm gonna be more consistent.
I was in a play. It was really fun. Thank you to those who came and for all the love and support.
But anyways, we're here now. Let's just dive in. So, I love Amazon. This isn't sponsored. I wish it was, because then I would be getting money, but I'm not. So, here's the thing. Amazon rocks.
I love reviews that people leave because I often read reviews, to see if products are worth buying and this and that.
So let's just read a couple of Amazon reviews and see if they're helpful or not. So the first one is for Stanley Classic Lunchbox. Stanley Classic Lunchbox. That feels like something that like a theater troupe would do as like a tongue twister. Stanley Classic Lunchbox. Stanley Classic Lunchbox. And this person says, 5 stars, fits a half gal of milk perfectly. Why did my brain immediately, I was like, a half gal? There's a little woman in there. Can you tell I've had 10 cups of coffee today? I'm just kidding, only 3. Okay, so let's read the review. I drink half a gallon of milk a day at work, protein, duh, and wanted something to carry it in so that people don't laugh at me or berate me with nicknames like Milk Baby or Milk Boy. Oh my God! This lunchbox works perfectly for my uses and also comfortably fits around 3 to 4 small bottles of Cholula. Oh my God! I like to drink Cholula after the milk to reset my taste buds. And then 4 people found this helpful. Well, that's great. Well, here's the thing. I think if you're going into work with a half gallon of milk and hot sauce every single day, so much so to the point that your coworkers are calling you Milk Baby, I feel like if I was in that position, maybe I would just stop. I feel like there are other things I could bring to work to have for lunch that aren't half a gallon of milk and hot sauce, but who am I? I'm just some silly girl. Can you imagine working with this guy? Like, can you imagine like you've had a long day at work and it's finally your lunch break and you're so excited to like sit down for a moment before heading back to finish your shift, and you go to sit down, you're about to eat your lunch, and all of a sudden you hear some dude next to you behind you like, good milk, you guys. I'm gonna put hot sauce on my tongue after I finish the milk, to reset my taste buds. I think if I worked there and I saw that happen, I'd be like, I don't think I want to work here anymore. That milk guy is really freaking me out. Okay, so this next review only has 3 stars. What the heck? And it's for a large bed for this woman's 6-foot-tall teen. Dang, he's as tall as I am. I get it. It's hard to find beds when you're this tall. I barely even fit into this one. I'm totally way too big for this bed. If only I wasn't so tall. Except I am, and that's the burden I bear. Okay, so what's this review? My over 6-foot teenage son, I'm over 6'2", can fit comfortably in his bed as long as he doesn't sit up.
This is something he has learned the hard way, but I wasn't prepared to cut a hole in the ceiling. I did suggest he strapped a pillow to his head. He would have preferred the hole in the ceiling, though, as his room is directly under the kitchen, and he was hoping I would just drop his food directly into his mouth, negating the need for him to get his lazy backside up and walk up the stairs. He has created some kind of gaming troll cave underneath. Again, he has learned the hard way not to stand straight up when screaming at the player who just killed him. Mind you, I was hoping that the concussion might knock the power of articulate speech back on, but alas, that has not happened yet.
28 people were like, ugh, been there, sister. 28 people said, yep. Retweet. This woman, I think she hates her son. I think you fucking hate your son. And I feel like instead of like talking to like friend or significant other or anything about this, she just decided to go on Amazon and just fucking wreck her son. She's like, my fucking gamer son, who's such a tall little freak, my stupid idiot gamer tall freak son sucks. He's a troll. He's a troll who lives in a cave. So she got him a reasonably sized bed, but no matter what, because he's such a fucking freak, he can't sit all the way up. I don't know, that woman's got some anger going on. Okay, this is a review of The Wolf of Wall Street. It's only 1 star. It says, oh my fucking God, I can't believe this. 1 star. Beware, not a nature documentary. Yeah, I don't think anyone thought The Wolf of Wall Street was a nature documentary. Just some wolf on Wall Street like, man, how'd I freaking get here? Did anyone have any, I don't know, like loose meats or like some chickens I can go chase and then eat? I'd watch that movie. Okay, so I figured with the title, it was a documentary about how urbanization is affecting wildlife. But no, it's about some scumbag that does a bunch of drugs and has a boat. That's the best thing I've ever heard. Here's the thing. I'd say about 2 to 5 minutes in, you'd be like, oh, Leonardo DiCaprio's in this? Margot Robbie's in this? Oh, Jonah Hill's in this? This nature documentary has everyone. But you sat through the whole movie of Wolf of Wall Street, which is a pretty long movie, just thinking that eventually someone would come on screen and be like, hey, Leonardo DiCaprio, stop acting for a second. Let's get real and talk about global warming and urbanization that's affecting wildlife. I also love that it's like some scumbag who does a bunch of drugs and has a boat. I didn't even see one wolf. I only saw some scumbag who's really rich and has a boat. But he's not even a wolf. He's not even a furry. So this is for a trash can and it only has 2 stars. It says, we have talked about this trash can in marriage counseling. I feel like if you're talking about a trash can in marriage counseling, you're not doing it right. I think your marriage counselor should be like, let's talk about you guys. Less about the freaking satin nickel 11 9x9 trash can. But I don't know, I'm not a marriage counselor. I'll shut the fuck up. Okay, so it says, we have had this trash can for almost a year and it has worked as one would expect a trash can to, up until a couple months ago. I'm not sure what is now possessing it, but the lid is stuck with a perpetual gap of about an inch. Perpetual gap of about an inch. I'm sorry. The insert also seems to have warped and trash bags will not stay in place. This makes my husband crazier than me leaving the closet light on all day. The odor trapping bag seemed like a nice feature at first, but the receptacle it's housed in has become a difficult to clean collection point for tomato sauce and coffee grounds. Other than the thermostat, this trash can has been the biggest point of contention in our young marriage. All in all, it could be a great wedding present if the relationship has a solid foundation. There's nothing like a little mutual suffering to really drive growth. However, if the relationship has some weak points, you'd do better just hanging the bag off the pantry door. I hate to say this. If a trash can is ruining your young early marriage, I don't know if you guys were meant to be together. Because I don't know, I could be wrong, but you know, most of the time you live with someone before you get married, and I mean, you know, that's kind of the nice part is you're like, okay, we live together, we have this routine, now we understand, like, you know, I'm a morning person, you sleep in while I do the, you know, you get like little routines and whatever when you live with someone. It's just funny to think that they have like a really great relationship and then they got this trash can. Honey, it's doing the thing again where it's not closing, it's just gapping half an inch. Well, Marianne, maybe the half an inch gap reminds me of how I feel like our hearts have a half-inch gap. I always hated your mother. I always hated your mother. Are people just using Amazon for therapy? It feels like the people who write these long reviews are like trying to pull like a Carrie Bradshaw from Sex and the City where they're like being really witty and being like, however, some relationships have a weak point. You'd do better hanging the bag off the pantry door. It's like, you're not really giving Carrie Bradshaw, you're giving cry for help. Okay, this is a review for glue. 4 stars. It says, not for jewelry. Not for jewelry. Not one bit. It's so sticky and tacky. I almost threw a fit. Did Dr. Seuss get an Amazon account? Did you guys hear about this? Am I the last one to hear that Dr. Seuss got an Amazon account? I used this for my boyfriend. His gaming headset broke. It then cured for 3 whole days. We really let it soak. Okay, this can't be Dr. Seuss because that wasn't fucking bars. They really nailed it in the first verse. Second verse sucked. See how third is. Then his headset snapped. It literally broke in half. It seemingly made things worse. I struggled not to laugh. I tried to like this glue. I tried my very best. The only thing this worked for, it glued my laptop to my desk. What a playful little ending. Who knew it would end like that because it was supposed to be about
a headset and that she wanted to fix her boyfriend's headset, except it didn't, and then it broke, and then she was trying not to laugh because she hates her boyfriend and that stupid headset, and then, you know, it ended up gluing the laptop.
That's funny. Ooh, comedy gold, baby. If you're getting on Amazon to make slam poetry, here's the thing, I think if you're getting on Amazon to make slam poetry, Hello.
His little tongue is sticking out. Good morning. Hello.
Oh, that's cute. If you're getting on Amazon to make slam poetry, that's kind of a fucking power move. Because people just expect to like read a review, right? And be like, oh yeah, this product worked or this product didn't work. To lay down some fucking bars? That's a power move. Dude, next time I don't like something,
Oh, what a loser. She dropped her pen. Oh,
I'm gonna leave some reviews. It's like, this pen really sucked. I hated it so much. The ink barely dried. I'm like, what the fuck? And then I also freaking hate my boyfriend and also my 6-foot son. Dude, that's powerful. Okay, let's do one more and then we'll be done and then we'll be out. So the final review today is for a bean bag. It has 4 stars, not bad. Okay, let's read it. So the title of this one is
It's a Trap.
Not a great start. Not only does this beanbag completely consume you and keep you stuck in comfortable bliss all day. Sounds like a good problem to me, baby. But there was another consequence we encountered. The beanbag traps farts. My husband sits here farting for hours and the farts are absorbed into the beanbag and you don't smell them again until you later sit down on the beanbag and the fumes are released. So the pros are it's super comfortable, the cons are it's super comfortable and then it traps in farts. I'm not a scientist, so unfortunately, like I can't test this out. I don't own a beanbag and I don't know, the chemical compounds and all the things that make a beanbag what it is. I don't know the science behind the bean. The science behind the bean? Tell your husband to go get some laxatives, go empty his farty little belly, and to no longer, like, if this was my husband, I'm not married. If this was my husband and he was just sitting in a beanbag all day, farting, I'm taking that ring off until you go fix that farty belly. I'm not putting this ring back on until you go fix that little farty belly full of toots. Like, doesn't that kind of feel like a method of torture? Like thinking that you're sitting down in a comfy chair, but then you just get encompassed with farts. So you eternally always smell like farts? Like, that's a nightmare. If only I knew the science behind the bean. So many unanswered questions. Baby boy probably has IBS. He's got big IBS belly. IBS, I be shitting. Anyways, that's it for today. This is so fun. I can't believe this guy's been asleep through all of this. Dude, you missed like everything. You missed so much comedy. I really enjoy doing these videos. It makes me feel closer to you guys in a lot of ways. I don't know, it feels like we're hanging out. Maybe one day I could do like a little live stream or something, but I guess if you haven't already and you wanted to subscribe, that would be really cool. I'm just kidding. Come on. Seriously, it's your choice. Subscribe, please. But seriously, it truly means the world that you guys watch these, and I have so much fun making them. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.